Alright guys, hopefully this video will be pretty quick. Basically we're just gonna go over a quick concept real quick. Should be super easy. Alright, so we're gonna talk about rogues real fast. Alright. So currently today I know everybody was very shocked to see that the Zettai got nerfed or whatever. And personally, I don't think that nerfing the Zettai in this way was the right move, but I understand the things that are contributing to this being a move that would be made. First of all, yeah, Zettai does slow down the game, but it also rewards people for, like, playing smart and using things properly. However, what's happening now that we're having currently is the game has a massive unbalance because it goes back and forth between what's better, rogue or village. And you need a certain amount of rogue so that people can have, like, like they create story, they create plot. It is what it is. That's fine. However, what ends up happening, and what's happened now, is the balance has been shifted so heavily into the rogue favor that it's literally, if you don't play a rogue and you're like a combat person, you're literally like basically trolling, okay? And this needs to be fixed, and we have to ask ourselves, why is it this way in the first place? So the first thing is going to be that rogues rank up faster. They just do. And you can, like, they do like 3 missions and they rank up, okay? It is what it is, right? If right now rogues would be nerfed and have the same amount of missions requirements that it is for villages, a lot of rogues would just go back to the village. But like, there's no point in playing a rogue. So leaving it the way it is, whatever. I'm fine with that. You can say that the death risk is there, but honestly, it's not, because people don't always kill rogues. Because they know killing rogues kills roleplay anyway. People don't like to do that, so it's just not gonna happen, really. All right, it is what it is. It's fine. You can't really make anything. You don't want to change it. I'm fine with that. It is what it is. I think it's a necessary part of the game the way it is. However, what's happening is you have to ask yourself, what is next adding to this, right? It's the fact that, number one, rogues have to fight fair fights. They fight fair fights, same as everybody else. Before, they used to not fight fair fights. It'd be like 2v3s. They had to be really, really good and use like really broken things. But now it's equal fight, okay? So the equal fight thing, I mean, it's here now. I think it's fine. I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it's it allows rogues to be playable fight-wise. So I think it's okay. I think it's fine. But we've already got 2 things stacking on. We've already got the fact that they rank up faster. We've got the fact that they literally basically are, I guess we say, quote-unquote, they fight the same level of fight as villages. Okay, cool. So what is pushing rogues over the corner? What is pushing them above and beyond right now? Well, that's very simple. It's the fact that rogues are playing a different game because they have something called, quote-unquote, what I'm going to call in this game, in this video, they have the Rogue Library, okay? So the Rogue Library, in a sense, is going to be, for the purpose of this video, it's going to be, basically, they have what jutsu they got from their village, and then what jutsu they can have from other villages that they can use, whether it's jutsu of a specific element, like, because they can have as many elements as they want, technically. They just have to follow affinity rules, right? So the problem with this is, there's a reason why villages don't have the same libraries constantly. It's because certain libraries have certain jutsu have interactions that are just really nasty when you put them together. And for balance reasons, they're put in other villages to be your edge or whatever, right? So, like, if I have something that, like, gives me an edge, I guess I should say, in, like, close quarters or whatever, for my village, that's my village's niche. But if I go and get something from another village's library that's taught to me that lets me basically have an edge in long range, well, there you go. I've completely removed some, what do you say, weaknesses that I'm supposed to have typically. I've just removed them for myself, and now I get to basically play a different type of game than other people because I just don't have those same weaknesses. And it makes it so that this is the more smarter base survival path, if you're going to be honest, because it means that you're just safer. And rogues should never have been gotten to a point where they're just safer. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would playing a rogue, be a safer thing? Like, it should not be a safer thing across the board. You should not just have better jutsu, just rank up faster, and then also fucking have like the same combat rules as everybody else. It's ridiculous. Okay, so what needs to be done in order to fix this? Well, it's very simple. Let's start with the first thing. The first thing is going to be the fact that in the game, there are certain... I think that Akatsuki should be able to have a really cool purpose. Like, right now, Akatsuki is just a role. It doesn't really give you anything necessary. And I think something really cool for Akatsuki to do is to be able to bypass specific, like, rogue rules, which I'm going to talk about. So, Akatsuki members, I feel like, should be able to... so, for instance, what I think should happen is... if you're a clan rogue or whatever, you should not be able to take advantage of all random jutsu that are outside of your library and then be able to use your high-level jutsu as a clan member. I think if you're a clan member, you should not be able to use any rogue jutsu that will be any jutsu outside of your own village's initial library. You should not be able to use any of those jutsu at all. And if you do, then you forfeit the ability to use clan jutsu that are A rank or above. I think that is the way that should work, just flat out, first thing. Second thing is going to be, the exception to this is going to be if you're a Akatsuki. If you're a Akatsuki, then you should be feared. You're a clan, but you also are a Akatsuki. You should be feared for having all this extra shit. And I think it would give Akatsuki such a more big, meaningful purpose, because it means that not only does Akatsuki mean that you're a stronger player, but it also gives Akatsuki members reason to have animosity with other rogues. They're actually somebody that, hey, if we get together and kill this guy, or if I kill this guy in a 1v1 and I take his ring, I then get to get all this extra jutsu that exists in the game or whatever now. Like, because I'm Akatsuki. I have that like special status or whatever. I think that's really cool, and I think that should be something that should be added, that needs to be added moving forward. The next thing is going to be rogues in general should not be able to just have free-for-alls with every jutsu in the game. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, every jutsu in the game that is like I guess say learnable following affinity rules or whatever. And so what should happen is rogues should they should have a limit. Like, you should have a hard limit. You should have a lifetime limit. This is something that will prevent a lot of abuse and prevent a lot of meta shifting, right? So what needs to happen is if you're a rogue, and I'm gonna change this because this is about to get really good, and this is my baby, so I need to see my baby at the highest form possible. But, oh, here we go. It's going to be good. But, yeah, so I think that what should happen is, oh, is this lagging now? Okay, we're good, right? Hello? It might be lagging. I might have to turn it back down. That would make me really, really sad. I think we're good, though. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, so what should happen? Oh, here we go. This is my favorite part. I love this shit. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Here we go. Oh, God. Look at her. Look at her. Damn. Look at her. Oh. Oh, 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 God. Woo! Ooh, that's baby girl right there. That's baby girl. All right, sorry. Let me get back on focus here. Whew. Whew. Love me some baby girl. Love me some baby girl. All right. Let's get back on focus, though. Right, so, if you are a rogue, you should not be able to take advantage of all that crap. That doesn't make any sense. It's just so dumb. So what needs to happen is you get a lifetime. So basically, check this out. You know how we have core slots? Well, rogues will have jutsu slots, in that they can pick specific jutsu that they want. Like, you can get maybe a limit of like 3, maybe 4 at the most or whatever. And it can even way cooler. But 3 slots is what you're going to initially start with, maybe 4 initially or whatever. And the way it works is these are lifetime slots. You pick a jutsu that's another village. Like, say I'm from Konoha. I want breaths. I want, and I'm also non-clan, obviously, but I want breaths. I want fucking, I don't know, like, Shidoku. I want, Ringa. Alright? So I got 3 jutsu that are just from another village. Cool. Got it. Alright? That's my 3 slots maxed out. That is my lifetime slots. If those jutsu get nerfed, it doesn't fucking matter. Those are my lifetime slots that I picked. That is what I gotta stick with and make work. So maybe if instead of picking the most meta thing, which is like Ringa or whatever, I pick something that's like kind of like that works for me, but it's not like being abused by multiple people in the game, so it doesn't have the threat of being nerfed or whatever. Or it's something that works only for me, and it's not something that's just super splashable that every person is using or whatever. But I think that'd bring a lot of interesting, like, different unique type people playing, or to unique builds you'd see, because you'd be like, oh, this guy is doing the Ringa thing, but this guy is doing the breaths plus Suidan thing or something like that. It'd be like, wow, they're like, this guy is combining things in this way, this guy combining things in this way, instead of everybody just having the same cookie cutter bullshit. That leads to just things just constantly getting nerfed. There's no point in having the game like this, and it just is very toxic in nature, and it will continue to get worse and worse and worse and worse as we go forward and forward. Right? So again, what needs to happen is this needs to be that whole massive rogue library thing. It needs to be removed. You cannot have it in the game and have the game stay in the state it is. It's just you're gonna constantly see things getting nerfed as meta, because right now the next thing on the nerf list is breaths. Breaths should not be getting nerfed at all. This is because rogues are abusing breaths for a free fucking Kai and using it in ways that was never meant to be like used by like different types of players or whatever. Ringa, and I also, let me say again, I think that there should be an exception to this, and the exception to this is going to be, unfortunately, everybody knows, it's going to be Uchiha. If you're Uchiha with Sharingan 3 and you've got Copy Wheel or whatever bullshit it is, I think that you should be allowed to bypass most of these rules that I'm talking about, whatever. I think maybe the only exception to that is going to be Transplant Uchiha. I think that'd be a good nerf for Transplant Uchiha. Where they don't get all the bonuses because right now it's just if you play a Transplant Uchiha or Transplant player or whatever, you basically Uchiha plus. You basically get everything Uchiha get, but you get plus on top of it. So it'd be nice if maybe Pure Blood Uchiha or whatever, they get to take advantage of using all the different libraries. And like the fucking Transplant people don't get to, like, maybe they get a higher level of jutsu slots or whatever to use for different villages. But this needs to be changed. This is a problem, and it's just going to be a more and more glaring problem as we move forward. It's just something that needs to be tackled now because if not, you're just going to constantly keep seeing random nerfs to random things that are being exploited by just rogues constantly. And it's just going to constantly shift the player base towards just playing rogues. And yes, you want a specific number of rogues, but you don't want everybody just feeling like, why would I ever play Village when Rogue is significantly better in every single way? It just makes zero fucking sense to keep it like this, and it's something that needs to be addressed. So that's the end of this video. If you guys liked it, give it a like. If you're a rogue, you probably hated it. It is what it is. You guys know how broken this shit is anyway. And there you go. I've given you a workaround. Become a Akatsuki. If you're not strong enough to be a Akatsuki, then I guess maybe you didn't need to have all that shit you had. So there you go. That's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, we're done. Hope to see these changes soon.